I'm Rebecca, and I'm reading from Alice Walker's The Color Purple. Dear Nettie, well, you know, wherever there's a man, there's trouble. And it seems like going to Memphis, Grady was all over the car. And no matter which way us change up, he want to sit next to Squeak. While me and Shug sleeping and he driving, he tells Squeak all about life in North Memphis, Tennessee. I can't have sleep for him raving about clubs and clothes and 49 brands of beer. Talking so much about stuff to drink make me have to pee. Then us have to find a road going off into the bushes to relieve ourselves. Mister try to act like he don't care I'm going. You'll be back, he say. Nothing up north for nobody like you. She got talent, he say. She can sing. She got spunk, he say. She can talk to anybody. She got looks, he say. She can stand up and be noticed. But what you got? You ugly, you skinny, you shape funny. You too scared to open your mouth to people. All you fit to do in Memphis is be Shug's maid. Take out her slop jar and maybe cook her food. You not that good a cook either. And this house ain't been clean good since my first wife died. And nobody crazy or backward enough to want to marry you neither. What you gonna do? Hire yourself out to farm? He laughed. Maybe somebody let you work on the railroad. Any more letters come? I asked. He say, what? You heard me, I say. Any more letters from Nettie come? If they did, he say, I wouldn't give them to you. You too of a kind, he say. A man try to be nice to you, you fly in his face. I curse you, I say. What that mean, he say. I say, until you do right by me, everything you touch will crumble. He laugh. Who you think you is, he say. You can't curse nobody, look at you. You black, you poor, you ugly, you a woman. God damn, he say, you nothing at all. Until you do right by me, I say everything you even dream about will fail. I give it to him straight, just like it come to me, and it seemed to come to me from the trees. Who ever heard of such a thing, say mister. I probably didn't whoop your ass enough. Every lick you hit me, you will suffer twice, I say. Then I say, you better stop talking because all I'm telling you ain't coming just from me. Look like when I open my mouth the air, rush in and shape words. Shit, he say, I should have locked you up, just let you out to work. The jail you plan for me is the one in which you will rot, I say. Should come over to where us talking. She take one look at my face and say, Seeley. Then she turned to mister. Stop, Albert, she say, don't say no more. You just going to make it harder on yourself. I'll fix her wagon, say mister, and sprang toward me. A dust devil flew upon the porch between us, filled my mouth with dirt. The dirt say, anything you do to me, already done to you. Then I feel Shug shake me. Seeley, she say, and I come to myself. I'm poor, I'm black, I may be ugly and can't cook, a voice say to everything listening, but I'm here. Amen, said Shug. Amen, amen. Dear Nettie, so what is it like in Memphis? Shug's house is big and pink and looks sort of like a barn, except where you would put hay. She got bedrooms and toilets and a big ballroom where she and her band sometime work. She got plenty grounds round the house and a bunch of monuments and a fountain out front. She got statues of folks I've never heard of and never hoped to see. She got a whole bunch of elephants and turtles everywhere. Some big, some little, some in the fountain, some up under the trees. Turtles and elephants. And all over her house. Curtains got elephants, bedspreads got turtles. Should give me a big back bedroom overlook the backyard and the bushes down by the creek. I know you used to morning sun, she say. Her room, right across from mine in the shade. She work late, sleep late, and get up late. No turtles or elephants on her bedroom furniture, but a few statues spread out round the room. She sleep in silks and satins, even her sheets, and her bed round. I wanted to build me a roundhouse, said Shug, but everybody act like that's backward. You can't put windows in a roundhouse, they say, but I made up some plans anyway. One of these days, she say, showing me the papers. It had a big round pink house, looked sort of like some kind of fruit. It got windows and doors and a lot of trees around it. What it made of, I asked. Mud, she say. But I wouldn't mind concrete. I figure you could make the molds for each section, pour the concrete in, let it get hard, knock off the mold, glue the parts together somehow, and you'd have your house. Well, I like this one you got, I say. That one looked a little small. It ain't bad, say Shug, but I just feel funny living in a square. If I was square, then I could take it better, she say. Us talk about houses a lot, how they built, what kind of wood people use, talk about how to make the outside around your house something you can use. I sit down on the bed and start to draw a kind of wood skirt around her concrete house. You can sit on this, I say, when you get tired of being in the house. Yeah, she said, and let's put an awning over it. She took the pencil and put the wood skirt in the shade. Flower boxes go here, she say, drawing some, and geraniums in them, I say, drawing some, and a few stone elephants right here, she say, and a turtle or two right here. And how us know you live here, too, she asked. Ducks, I say. By the time us finish our house, look like it can swim or fly. Nobody cook like Shug when she cook. She get up early in the morning and go to market, buy only stuff that's fresh. Then she come home and sit on the back step humming and shelling peas or cleaning collards or fish or whatever she bought. Then she get all her pots going at once and turn on the radio. By 1 o'clock, everything ready, and she call us to the table. Ham and greens and chicken and cornbread, chitlins and black-eyed peas and souse, pickled okra and watermelon rind, caramel cake and blackberry pie. Us eat and drink a little sweet wine and beer, too. Then Shug and me go fall out in her room to listen to music till all that food have a chance to settle. It cool and dark in her room, her bed soft and nice. Us lay with our arms around each other. Sometimes Shug read the paper out loud. The news always sound crazy. People fussing and fighting and pointing fingers at other people and never even looking for no peace. People insane, say Shug. Crazy as Betsy bugs. Nothing built this crazy can last. Listen, she say. Here they building a dam so they can flood out an Indian tribe that been here since time. And look at this, they making a picture about that man that killed all them women. The same man that play the killers playing the priest. And look at these shoes they making now, she say. Try to walk a mile in a pair of them, she say. You be limping all the way home. And you see what they is trying to do with that man that beat the Chinese couple to death. Nothing whatsoever. Yeah, I say, but something's pleasant. Right, says Shug, turning the page. Mr. and Mrs. Hamilton Heffelmeyer are pleased to announce the wedding of their daughter, June Sue. The Morrises of Endover Road are spearheading a social for the Episcopal Church. Mrs. Herbert Endenfeld was on a visit last week to the Adirondacks to see her ailing mother, the former Mrs. Geoffrey Hood. All these faces look happy enough, says Shug. Big and beefy, eyes clear and innocent, like they don't know from other crooks on the front page. But they're the same folks, she say. But pretty soon, after cooking a big dinner and making a to-do about cleaning the house, she'll go back to work. That means she never give a thought to what she eat, never get a thought to where she sleep. She on the road somewhere for weeks at a time, come home with bleary eyes or rotten breath, overweight and sort of greasy. No place hardly to stop and really wash herself, especially her hair on the road. Let me go with you, I say. I can press your clothes, do your hair. It would be like old times when you was singing at Harpo's. She said, no. She can act like she not bored in front of an audience of strangers, a lot of them white, but she wouldn't have the nerve to try to act in front of me. Besides, she say, you're not my maid. I didn't bring you to Memphis to be that. I brought you here to love you and help you get on your feet. And now she on the road for 2 weeks, and me and Grady and Squeak rattle around the house trying to get our stuff together. Squeak been going round to a lot of clubs, and Grady been taking her. Plus, he seemed to be doing a little farming out back of the house. I sit in the dining room making pants after pants. I got pants now in every color and size under the sun. Since I started making pants down home, I ain't been able to stop. I changed the cloth, I changed the print, I changed the waist, I changed the pocket, I changed the hem, I changed the fullness of the leg. I make so many pants, Shug teased me. I didn't know when I was starting, she said, laughing. Pants all over her chairs, hanging all in front of the china closet, newspaper patterns and cloth all over the table and the floor. She come home, kiss me, step all over the mess, say, before she leave again, how much money you think you need this week? Then finally one day I made the perfect pair of pants for my Sugar naturally. They soft, dark blue jersey with teeny patches of red, but what made them so good is they totally comfortable, 'cause Shug eat a lot of junk on the road and drink, her stomach bloat, so the pants can be let out without messing up the shape. Because she have to pack her stuff and fight wrinkles, these pants are soft, hardly wrinkle at all, and the little figures in the cloth always look perky and bright, and they full around the ankle, so she want to sing in them and wear them sort of like a long dress she can. Plus, once Shug put them on, she knock your eyes out. Miss Seeley, she say, you is a wonder to behold. I duck my head. She run around the house looking at herself in mirrors. No matter how she look good. You know how it is when you don't have nothing to do, I say, when she bragged to Grady and Squeak about her pants. I sit here thinking about how to make a living, and before I know it, I'm off on another pair of pants. By now, Squeak see a pair she like. Oh, Miss Seeley, she say, can I try on those? She put on a pair the color of sunset, orangish, with a little grayish fleck. She come back out looking just fine. Grady look at her like he could eat her up. Shug fingers the pieces of cloth I got hanging on everything. It all soft, flowing, rich, and catch the light. This is a far cry from that stiff army shit I started with, she say. You ought to make up a special pair to thank and show Jack. What she say that for? The next week, I'm in and out of stores, spending more of Shug's money. I sit looking out across the yard, trying to see in my mind what a pair of pants for Jack would look like. Jack is tall and kind and don't hardly say anything. Love children, respect his wife Odessa and all Odessa Amazon sisters. Anything she want to take on, he right there. Never talking much though, that's the main thing. And then I remember one time he touched me, and it felt like his fingers had eyes. Felt like he knew me all over, but he just touched my arm up near the shoulder. I started to make pants for Jack. They have to be camel and soft and strong, and they have to have big pockets so he can keep a lot of children's things, marbles and string and pennies and rocks, and they have to be washable, and they have to fit closer around the leg than Shug's so he can run if he need to snatch a child out of the way of something. And they have to be something he can lay back in when he hold Odessa in front of the fire, and I dream and dream and dream over Jack's pants and cut and sew and finish them and send them off. Next thing I hear, Odessa want a pair. Then Shug want 2 more pair just like the first. Then everybody in her band wants some. Then orders start to come in from everywhere, Shug sing. Pretty soon I'm swamped. One day when Shug come home, I say, you know, I love doing this, but I got to get out and make a living pretty soon. Look like this just holding me back. She laughed. Let's put a few advertisements in the paper, she say, and let's us raise your prices a hefty notch, and let's us just go ahead and give you this dining room for your factory and get you some more women in here to cut and sew while you sit back and design. You making your living, Seeley, she say. Girl, you on your way. Nettie, I am making some pants for you to beat the heat in Africa. Soft, white, thin, drawstring waist. You will never have to feel too hot and overdress again. I plan to make them by hand. Every stitch I sew will be a kiss. Amen. Your sister Seeley, Folks Pants Unlimited, Sugar Avery Drive, Memphis, Tennessee.